He has to be traded, and he was not getting
You're
traded.
Right. The lack of trades, you're absolutely on the money. Okay.
Optic ran away with that.
They did. Oh god, yeah, you're right. Okay, that feels like a lifetime ago, but we have to kind of pull in focus, right? So DRX on the attacking side, and of course that means Zeta on the defending side here in the final map. Only one can move forward, and the other, well, it's all but done. And we look at who gets that first blood, who starts things off well. DRX shows intent, but look at the rotations, the amount of bodies on this A site.
It's just 10 here towards elbow. Try and slow this down. A little bit of damage done. Paint shell will come out. Actually going to find the first one onto RB here. Again, no trade comes through. That's right to second.
TENNN! He just turns on the dime, gets down Buzz. I don't know how he got that, but Mako's been waiting in the wings, patiently just waiting for everyone else to draw their attention away, but Crow seems all but too aware. They know what's going on. Sugar Zero going to punish Zest, trying to take some space. So it's Mako and stax, dink and a half. Big shot from Mako, but a big trade for Crow. And now Mako has to go beyond expectation. Two frenzies in that classic against him. The defuse comes in. He can do only so much here. A passenger in this round. As Death will close down and Zeta start things off with the first in the third.
Great work from TENNN, just to isolate that duel. The paint shell goes out. RB has to come ahead of it. He has to play aggressive. Like I said, drops, no trade here. And again, just pays no respect to Zest. He spots Zest. Zero respect. Turns around, finds a second kill, Lauren.
So sick. So sick. And I've got to say, we haven't seen DRX have to be the team to kind of fight back in a lot, because they play so well normally, right?
What does the recovery mode for DRX look like? That's a huge question that's unanswered as of yet.
Sure, we saw a little bit of it with Optic, and it was quite impressive. They were still finding answers, but you know, that's the first time we've really seen that. It's not been a constant factor we've discussed.
I still came away from the series, just like I said, Optic beat a very good DRX. DRX weren't playing poorly. Optic just elevated above them.
Yeah, and I think this has still been the story, that DRX is sadly kind of falling into a bit of a trap of, you know, the underdog heroes to a degree, the confidence builders, the world of the unknown, and it's so hard to play into that. The pause. Utility goes up late. Dog goes in. What's the dog doing?
The damage coming
look,
through
there starts the combo! Oh, it's teed up for success, Mike! What are you meant to do? It's a slaughterhouse! DRX destroyed, tagged up, walking wounded. Mako still fighting the good fight, but it was inevitable. 3 stood and 3 delivered.
Good damage control as well. 3 survive.
Yep.
Carry across these weapons into the next round. DRX now obviously come into this a full purchase, full shields across the board. Rifles are plenty. See where the Zeta purchase settles on.
And historically, what do we think of Zeta on this map? I know we know how DRX kind of approach it. What do you? I feel like we can't even talk about Zeta's history, because it's just such a different team, just at this point in the tournament. But
it is. It's very different context for I think what we'll be working with, because they have changed as a team, even just in their time here in Reykjavik.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And early beginnings, you're looking at DRX to get back on the board here, and I want to see 3 standing at least, and maybe a tough ask, but has to be seen now. It's crunch time.
Cycling a utility from Zeta in mid as well. We saw this previously. Really is Laz and Depp to be the two to put that in motion. The RX respecting again. They have to wait this out.
They have to. It's a minute board.
2 snake bites as well to basically double down on this poison orb. Actually, the wall is so late. RB going to try and remove a chunk immediately. DRX leaning towards A site here, and TENN's got himself posted up so deep with a judge. And really, you got to look towards stax to be the one to sniff this out with the Trailblazer. Looking like it will be just that.
Yeah. And if it all goes right, this shouldn't have the danger to it. But TENN, he's given a chance. It goes past. He gets to unleash, at least finding 1. It's time bought for a rotation and takes away RB. That's 1 rifle now lost.
Look at Laz backfilling this. He found the space behind them.
And with Depp? With a frenzy? What? No way, Depp! Crow's got his back as well. No trade available. And DRX are just being crunched from top to bottom. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And that's upgrades galore. That's 4 alive for Zeta in the bonus. What? Did we just...
I mean, a total fumble on the flash. I don't know why the Trailblazer doesn't come out. If they're re-clearing here so slowly towards A main, so late in the round. TENN slows it down. Depp, I mean, daylight robbery. Find a 2 with a frenzy there. And it's Crow to swing through and seal the deal. Maybe the pressure's starting to get to DRX because that was sloppy on the way, and they had so many tools to work with.
And this is coming back to that point I said that we don't often see them playing from that, like, oh wait, what is this team we're up against? Who has this like unfathomable momentum and confidence, and the belief that they are the main characters to this. And again, the damage on RB.
You have to dash out.
You got to get out of there, man. He was burning alive. And Laz, this guy has, we've seen him tested so often in this, and Sugar Zero, another player that comes to mind, really excelled on this map. They really caught my eye.
But the important here, just coming back to the composition discussion, right? How do you dig Laz out of ropes without the paint shells, without the fragment, the tools that Optic had available to send in there? Yeah. Seems that other teams would have available here on Split. That's got to be something you keep your eye on. It requires them to dig so deep to actually pull him out of that.
You have to almost put bodies on the line.
Absolutely.
For it, right? You can't do it with purely utility alone. And we know he's very good at tempering any sort of mid-pacing control.
There's options. The gravity well, the snake bites, the flash coming in. They're actually going to count them all over this.
Nice. Okay.
Play you ready for this. Yeah, the slow wall comes through.
So instantly just kind of controlling the pace. Stax, great read. Noting that Laz would wanted to maybe try and catch someone in the back, but not going to be allowing it. You can see the Seekers come out. And Crow gets caught. Mako, huge impact. Sight's theirs now. There could be a chance of a catch here. Yeah.
It's a spike as well.
He just got two. I thought one would be enough, but he makes it double. And now the pressure's still starting to mount on DRX. They are sweating bullets here. Maybe making rockets as it catches Zest. He is just patrolling this map, and Buzz is so far beyond this round, it doesn't even matter. 6 seconds. You got to somehow clutch out on 3, get the spike. Yeah, good luck. TENN, that Raze pick is just perfection for him. And he thrives in it. That's the 4th round. There's still 3 alive. They're going to be swimming in cash soon enough.
I mean, it's already starting to swell. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at this. There was a little bit of timing just on that cross.
The transfer is so beautiful. Again, Zest has to respect it. He waits so long just to hope that TENN's going to post that somewhere else. Finally shows his hand, and he's punished. Zeta off to a fantastic start here on Split.
DRX just looks stunned, dazed. They're still playing like they should be. A couple of mistakes here and there, but they did deal with that kind of pressure from Laz that round. His control got tempered. Flash comes in. See them once again. That's big. Stax with an early pick towards Laz. Gives them options now.
That's key, to force Laz a little deeper. Weaken this mid control. No res available for depth, so they have to play this out as 4. See what the next step is for DRX. Again, lots of time behind that first blood. A deeper wall towards B Heaven. But again, it's pretty early, so... But DRX are actually drifting away from this.
But they need to get past this close stack almost, right? Like...
Crow's got a Trailblazer, and he can put it from so deep here.
Ooh. They're going to hear all of this. I think someone was close by the Seekers. It's going to give them everything. It paints such a clear picture of what they were up to. And if TENN can just make it away, find a little bit of stability before they make the hit, but you can see the pressure starting to mount. Crow, oh, RB still there, finds TENN. Reads for the pop flash, eats it, but Crow can't make anything of it. They've got the site under control. Crow wants to fight towards ramp. He can't quite get it cleanly. There's 2 players keeping this under wraps now.
Zeta now in a 3v5. Can they find a way back onto site? 2 players of DRX playing very deep here. RB going to spot one on the cross.
Yeah, he falls back, respects it, but where's the call? Where's the call? Stax gets caught! Oh,
no way!
Sugar Zero! He is absolutely coming alive! But there's so many on the side. Crow still punishes Zest. I thought he might have had another card to pull from the deck or something. They're desperate for time.
There's no poison orb on this. They can get on this after the gravity well.
You're absolutely right, they can. And Depth with the defuse, Buzz with it all to do. A 1v2 and it can't happen.
How the hell have they done that, Lauren?
A miscommunication, a mistake here and there. I don't know how. Who was it? It was Stax who was just caught.
I think Stax is expecting to flash onto Heaven on contact on elbow, but he's just in no man's land. Nobody's holding that angle.
Look at it. Vulnerability. And they're like, oh shit, my bad. Like,
I can't believe that.
Cracks are starting to show on DRX for me. Like, common mistakes, like a couple of errors here and there. Zeta, that was what, a 3v5 post-plant?
This early on, Zeta flourishing in that regard. TENN, the lowest at 2100, but look at it. And now they can actually revert more to just playing trades. They can play out a few scrappy rounds versus DRX. Maybe not this one with just the Sheriffs coming in. Viper's Pit, Res available to see if DRX opt to invest here. It's heavy towards B main. Sugar Zero playing very deep. The wall goes up. They're happy to allow entry.
How much do they give him though? Look at TENN already. It's just, there's just so much to this. And depth, comfortable, unfazed. It's all perfect. Dreamy stuff for depth. So happy with this. Has to hit the reload, but he's got support there. Sugar Zero's got his back, so it's fine. Still buying time on the plant as well. And you can see that eventual stranglehold coming in. It's gonna be TENN. Yeah, Marco's found Sugar Zero, but there it is. That's when the hammer comes down, the flank comes in, and it's gorgeous work from TENN. Very clean. As RB, the undesirable situation to be in. Just trying to play your life, and it's been taken 5-0 now.
6.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't quite believe the scoreline myself.
I'm just 6-0.
This could spiral out of control so quickly for DRX here. Again, RB actually gets the plant, so he has the Blade Storm, but again, coming into the buy round here for DRX, it's not something they're necessarily going to look towards. Already mentioned it, the Viper's Pit, the Revive available. Buzz one away from the Cosmic Divide, Stax 2 off Seekers. It's a really good position overall for DRX. But they have to put a round on the board. They have to start chipping away at this bankroll that Zeta have put up so early.
7K, 6K, 5. They've got so much money behind them. It's an uphill struggle, to say the least, for DRX now. And quick moves from RB to try and take that space. I like that. Now, Laz did adjust somewhat this time. Gets caught in towards Mailroom, but surely they're aware of the chance of this because RB's already considering it. Zest, actually with a pre-fire on it. TENN now getting checked on. This is a call to action. DRX now finally taking a bit of a stand here, and they're going through the motions that look good. It looks like they've identified a couple of problems that have been haunting them throughout this game.
Zero, again, tucked inside the smoke. No surprises here. Will he find anything?
Has to move.
Snakebite going to force him out. Nobody's watching this.
Did Stax turn and say hello? He takes at least down the spike. So a little bit of time bought on the plant, but it's not much to write home about. It's 2v4. Crow and TENN. Bear in mind, TENN was noted earlier on those jump peaks over towards A. So again, you're still going to see someone posted up on that flank watch. That's going to be Buzz, pretty sure. And just not many avenues of approach here. Double stack towards backside, one towards pillar. This post plant's solid. And they're giving so little. This is nice. This is good work from DRX. Stability could be found from this. A springboard back into the game, something they definitely need. They're going to be slipping away here. If they can maybe cost a couple of rifles, that wouldn't be bad. Zeta's money is perfectly fine, so if they can do damage to the economy of DRX, even in the wins, it would be a silver lining that they'll take. And that's what TENN is after here. Anything? Nope, not for the first, and not for the second. DRX keep 4 rifles, which is key moving forward. 6-1.
Here.
Careful here. Needed to see a response, and look at it, actually going to back up this ult cycle or everything available for DRX. And again, I love how proactive Zeta are here. They know they've come to address ropes, address Laz's position. DRX in position to punish. Zeta showing no fear, actually, to the pressure that DRX are trying to put into mid. Whether or not that's now where DRX feel they can find some more success. Same thing again. Dash doesn't come through, though.
Oh, that's a player spotted. That was you're lucky to keep your life there. Yeah, didn't know the danger he was potentially in, but excuse me, Zest does get to keep his life. But the mid hold still stays, as that exchange of utility will keep Zeta safe here for at least the minute mark.
There's a reaggressive towards B once again. Cosmic Divide, Seeker sent out.
Crow and Zero, the flash.
They're actually ready.
The counter flash, it's so good. Crow, even with the spray, you're going to make the most of it, finding RB. That counter flash and a little bit of presence, a little bit of smoke here and there, has just slowed down the roll completely. DRX now opting to invest the ult themselves.
They have to put the Viper spell up to find the res. And look at this. Zeta still want to challenge it. It's not safe.
Time. They've got 30 seconds to make this work. And even with that lurk coming in towards middle with Buzz.
30 seconds
Got
left.
the showstopper versus the Raze here. TENN's going to find the kill.
It's incredible. 3 now, Stax, Mako, and Zest. They're trying to explore their way forward, but this cuts off at a really precarious position. A tap on the spike. They don't draw too much, but that's the audio cue they were waiting on. They have to evacuate the site, and this is seconds that they desperately need. The wall goes up, timing perfect.
He
Has
can
to
still
post
find
it, sends it, gets it, 10! It's all theirs, Sugar Zero, it all crumbles down!
Oh my god.
ZETA are large and in charge in this.
Fine.
The Prime Gaming flawless to shut that one down.
They look so unfazed by all that pressure coming in.
And DRX are just so hesitant on the way in here. Like I said, Sugar Zero and Crow both happy to greet this hit.
10 seconds
Correct
left.
decision as well from DRX. Like I said, that showstopper could have punished the Raze. There's no safety there. They have to invest the wall so deep to try and protect it. And there's just not enough time.
Need that back.
There's that sinking feeling in your
Get out
stomach
of my
for
way.
any DRX fan watching this, seeing that scoreline grow further and further away from where you want to be seeing it. Their money constantly under scrutiny. They are just not having the success they need.
Another round here, the flash goes into ropes. It's like confirming Laz is there. Okay, cool.
What now?
They have to expect that if they've watched previously, but there's no second step to it.
No. Whereas ZETA have come into this and it feels like they've read the book of DRX. They've watched it, studied it, pored over the pages, and found conclusions that have worked. This game is currently cleaner than the Optic game. 7-1. I didn't think we'd say that after seeing how DRX play. It's not over yet. This half is yet to conclude. And Depths just dragged RB down to hell. Zest, you got to be careful. They are not backing down. They're giving you no quarter right now. The Raze finally comes in, but you got to protect that because there's going to be a punish. TENN going to find Mako in the meantime. And look at this. It's advantage after advantage as Buzz begins to explore. But again, so many potential threats, but he's been given room here.
30 seconds left.
RB falls once again. The Blade Storm removed. Buzz.
He's made a meal of it. I thought that could have been his. They have to crunch on this one, but Sugar Zero there to save the day, to keep that from spiraling out of control. As Zest and Stax in a 2v2. Sugar Zero still stands, tries to turn on a dime. And now the 1v1. TENN still up towards heaven.
TENN has
10
his paint
seconds
shells.
left.
He does. And you can see him thrown in! TENN playing catch and Stax didn't want it. The scoreline becoming a disaster for DRX.
I got this.
Oh my word. ZETA are running away with this half. DRX
Wake me up,
hit the
Mike.
panic button.
Wake me up. What is going on?
There's nothing for DRX to build upon, though.
No.
There's no comfort in what's going on. Even there, Zest pops off, finds 2 in the fray. In fact, they find everything. Yes, it comes down to a 1v1, but Stax is so low. The damage is already done.
Right now, and TENN's putting on a clinic. Ever-present, beautiful utility work. So tempered in aggression and control.
I mean, he's the solo anchor on A site, by the way. Just to mention that as well.
Just to highlight.
And what, DRX have been there twice? They still got 14 kills.
Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Speak the man's name, and it seems he's going to be called into action this round, though. You're going to be up against a bit of a light by a Shiko with light armor. Spray. And it's such a contrast to what we normally see, that mid-play that comes out with the amount, the exchange of utility to try and isolate potentially, one. And they're just not getting that, so they're starting to read into this very early. It's a split, though. You've got 2 players present on that B side, maybe off the back of the amount of space that I think it was Buzz was able to garner. Maybe this is a weakness they're trying to exploit, and they've actually found it again. Buzz going to punish that. Now ZETA has to respond to this, but the spike is over towards A.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now I do wonder if TENN sticks around for a while.
He's been playing pretty deep, even when DRX have found progress towards site. But Spike...
They're pulling rotation.
Yep.
Okay.
They pull this. Mako in position to punish TENN, though.
I'm looking at Laz here, and I wonder if he goes exploring or if he sticks towards where he is. Oh, TENN. Spot this.
He still finds it! What?
He's so on the money. He's so on the money, and they reaggress! Zest! Excellent work to find 2 there. Give them chance. Give them hope.
They need something.
Spike planted.
Absolutely do. And Laz still on his mission, exploring out in Narnia right now, just slowly working around. We know that there's still presence from TENNN up towards heaven. 3 players to try and hold this together as this game slips between their fingertips of DRX. They try and make a quick escape towards CT, and rightly so. TENN's actually been tagged up from that pretty badly. Throws the satchel in, but Lad's going to find RB on the back of the site. The follow-up, Zest is down. It's all on stax in a 1v2. The drop comes in, he knows it, he's going to find it! They still got it! Zeta unrelenting in approach. This is hard to watch now. Zeta are striding through the game.
Zest again finding 2 kills in the fray, and DRX still can't close out. They are falling to pieces here on split. Again, Zeta have absolutely no business winning this round.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
Nope.
They are riding the wave right now. And DRX are drowning.
They are. They're floundering under this. They have nothing. A little bit of space has been found by Buzz, and that's it. But they couldn't make anything of it beyond that pawn in that round.
Again.
They're still right there. TENN's 1 off. And this time they've read it so well. Gonna pop the ult up. They're trying to go for this wide 3-2 split, and Laz just says, no, actually, I'll chill here the whole round. No need to move. Actually, I'll let my teammates now flow a little bit more if I want to. Cool. All right, so TENN, you want to go explore mid a bit? Yeah, why not? Perfect.
Well, the thing is, TENN's been he's had his utility so late in the round. Now, actually, they have a Raze in mid to play off the Astra utility, to play off the Sage utility. It's another new look that DRX have to figure out early. They've got to be conscious of it. Is the awareness there?
Well, they'll obviously identify that Laz is no longer in middle. So you're going to have to look to see where he is and who's filling that gap. And it looks like they want to try and test it. Now we look at the combination work that could come through. The shoulder peek's good. Gonna pop the paint shell in. Gonna isolate one. It goes deep. Does the damage, and as does depth. Gonna double down on it, finding RB, and the wall goes up to deny vision, but TENN still finding proactive play. Calls out that they need to hit that rotation. The Seekers have come out anyway, so they know the intention behind it. Zest is there, but they don't find that quick springboard off the back. They can't do anything about it. And depth of timing, it's flawless. The flash, if it was a second earlier, could have found something. The quick pop on the corner, and TENN is right there. Sugar0 waits for the push, and it's falling to pieces in front of DRX's eyes. And they can do nothing but be a passenger in this, as Zeta are just holding every card to this. The keys to the kingdom are all theirs. And what does Mako do? They've all dipped away. They've all slipped further into harder to positions to clear. 6 seconds. Facing the music like this is brutality.
My word.
Last round
Zeta are playing out of their minds right now. 10-1 on the half. Talking about uncharted territory, this is, you never see this.
Unseen. A nation has stood behind Zeta, willing them forward. Every step they take, every click of the mouse, everything is being watched with eyes wide open, and they are standing tall and delivering on this. 10-1, I can't believe it.
Again, DRX looking to probe early here towards A main, but had nothing to rely on here. No comfort whatsoever. RB going to be tagged up, slowed down on the cross. Elsewhere, Sugar0 actually going to pressure the other extremity towards B main. So again, DRX lose out big in the early round. Ooh, little panic jump there from Crow. And they isolate one of these kills. The trade-off of flashes and the rotation coming through already.
I'm keeping my eye on the spike though.
Yeah, not committed.
Yeah.
Not committed.
So they're still keeping that way at the bottom of mid. And this could be that late kind of lurk towards B, because they know that they pull a player deep CT, but they have to sell this exchange. If they're not sold by it, they won't fall for it. You can see the commitment. The flash comes in. They're still leaving TENN here, and TENN's a safe pair of hands, but they're peeling away. They feel no further pressure, so I wonder when they start reading this one, but it's on Sugar0 to keep that composure.
He's been playing Spawn, like, for most of the half.
Yep, they've been allowed to get a res, so you're starting to build up those questions in your mind. It's, again, Buzz finding that little bit of room, the walk out. They get the spike across, but the rotations are in, and Sugar0 with a punish. As soon as Buzz thought he had a little bit of freedom, it's taken from him, it's ripped away.
30 seconds left.
Don't deny the plant here. Big information from Stax as well. The Zeta with the advantage.
5 seconds on the flash, but he wants to go early. Stax! Big impact. He still has to do more, though. It's still a 2v2. The cross is being watched, and Mako gets given a fade. The haircut comes in. He's down so low. And the divide comes up, the Seekers come in, Sugar Zero's found Mako. It's on stax! He still stands the flush! He dives forward! The hero the DRX may need gives them one more round. That's all it is at 10-2 on the half.
Oh my word. Again, in the grand scheme of things, the bigger picture, it's not an awful lot, but a lifeline. Could it be the lifeline DRX need? An 8-round deficit here in the first half. And Zeta are playing absolutely flawlessly.
Unreal. Unreal half, 10-2. Analysts, we are in uncharted territory. How are you guys faring out there? Yeah, they kind of got away with it, right?
Yeah, they got away with it for free. There was a couple of times it was punished, but it doesn't even matter when you're looking at that scoreline.
It's 10-2. We are ready to go. Thank you for your patience. We go right on into things as the unthinkable may be happening, as Zeta are on the verge of something unbelievable. Laz gets left behind, but the rest is still going to go forward. As we've seen, DRX trying to hold back what feels inevitable.
DRX quick through Elf Web. Actually, that's going to spot out the flank. And it's 3 notices, so they know they have some freedom towards site.
And that was by almost sheer accident. He was meant to be up on that wall. He wasn't. Oh well, let me make the most of it and get you all the information I can. And look at the instant response. They take deeper control. They push further with even more vigor. There's a spike. They can take their time for a second now. The plant goes in.
5v5.
They've readjusted though. They've gone for a different look, right? They're going to go back in through ropes, and there's a crossfire. This could be waiting on the other side. As soon as they look towards maybe a ramp, they'll get a little bit of heaven control, a little play from it, but still, here comes stax, Mako, and as soon as they crest this spot, what? What a surprise! Sugar Zero says hello, and they're all blind. RB does take him down. The trade comes out though. TENN right back in. Mako, he digs in finally. You find a bit of form in the moments that call to it, but Laz still waiting. And Crow on the site. Get the cards close to the chest. The right click doesn't do it, but Zest will show him how it's done as Laz now the 1v2. That's good enough to at least buy a little bit of time. Chip away. He still has to check on it. Oh and he's done it! Laz with 3 gets Zeta on the board in the second half.
Laz cleans that up. The Red Bull clutch here in the pistol round. Zeta find their 11th.
You don't normally get rounds like that, Mike.
Oh my God.
You can tell the weight of this situation now is weighing so heavily on these players. Oh my God, Laz. He knows what he's done. You can hear it.
DRX have to force back in here. I'm hoping we see the investment.
It's got
it. Would be, yes, thank you.
There it is.
Be absolutely illogical not to, but they have to make a stand here.
Scout destroyed.
Slow start here, trade-off of utility towards A. This time around, 4 members of DRX. Initially towards A site. Wall in mid. Zest has to hold on to this now. 2 Spectres, a Stinger, a Judge, and a Sheriff in the hand of stax. That wall only got another 15 seconds or so on it, so Zeta looking to get some timing on it. Actually, it falls a little earlier than expected. RB doing his best 10 impression, posted up deep here.
Flashed as well. Didn't pop. They were just around the corner,
but there's nothing to fish this out. I mean, the boom bot from TENN, potentially. No Trailblazer, though.
Do they check on this? Let's see how well they deal with this, right? It's like, okay, 1. And it's all
traded.
It's 1 and done. TENN gets right back in. And you saw them lean away from the site, so it's going to be just stax on his own for some time as well. A quick rotation. They are desperate. They've got the running shoes on, and they're trying to make a quick play back towards CT. The burst through Heavens come in, though. Sugar Zero already looking for the next step forward. An overextend towards CT gets punished by Mako. And the player on pillar holds. DRX! There's life in them yet. It's not over.
Who effectively get upgrades to Spectres. It's not often you're saying that.
Yeah.
Come out here, they stop Zeta in the second round. They've got 1,000,000 miles to go.
Yeah, it's certainly not with peaches and cream just yet.
They've got to keep the spirits high. Good to hear that in the comms here.
Have to. I didn't want to hear it dead. I didn't want to hear that flat, like, okay, yeah. You know, you want to feel it just that round by round. It has to be It's a marathon, right? Like, even though it's only one half, it is a marathon back into this for them, and they have to do it literally by every single inch that gets given. Let's see how DRX do.
TENNN the only one to find a pistol upgrade here. We'll bring a Sheriff in the mix. Members here, Mako and Zest, to hold the backside of this wall, and actually stax as well, but Flash not finding anything again. Buzz on the other side.
Blocking vision, pulling them in.
Towards B main, but it's almost panic investment here just to slow down ZETA. They're still desperate to just slow work a pick. Got another flash here. Could send that behind the wall if you wanted to.
And don't forget that ZETA have been curiously good at some of these rounds, so DRX has to be, you know, A1 ambitious on this, and they are. It's good. Clean work. No shaky hands, no mistakes. Don't overdo it now. Don't overcook the pot just for the sake of it. There it is. Close it down. DRX 5 stand. Move forward. It's now the scoreboard. Closing in, but still a long way to go. 4 now found for DRX.
Prime Gaming Flawless. They certainly need a couple more of those. You're actually going to see a couple of upgrades.
You got to buy the whole way through.
Yeah, rightfully so.
I don't care. You got to get those rifles out as early as you can. It looks like that's the case. They've just completely upgraded.
Last player standing.
Progress. Stax one off the Seekers here. Not much else. Bridge right home about RB. Actually 2 off the Blade Storm on the side of ZETA. Not an awful lot to work with just yet, but
there.
A couple of key ultimates potentially coming online.
Scout destroyed.
Look how deep RB's digging for this first blood.
Okay.
It's Laz really to quell some of this aggression. Ball goes up in mid once again, but immediately going to be dealt with, so
very quick.
Yeah, no real comfort, no real security behind it.
Zest, you're playing a dangerous game. Yeah, a very dangerous game. The spam is just perfect, and Deb's found him. And that's such an issue now. They're going to have to try and fill that gap. You can see stax is going to pick up the mantle there, try and fill through. But Buzz is still leaning so deep on this. Where does ZETA take it now with that man advantage? Uh-oh. Make it 2. Mako, stax, and Buzz still kept in place.
Stax is going to go huge here for DRX. There's 4 players of ZETA on the other side of this.
It's your time to shine, Stax. It has to be now, or it might be never. And ZETA closing in. The first man forward gets a tag, and he does go down. Stax gets 1. He needs more. He gets 2. The third. Can he do any more for the boys? No, he's finally caught up. Sugar Zero takes him down, but now Mako and Buzz have a chance. It's slim, but it's there. He did enough to give them some hope. As Sugar Zero is on guard duty, keeps Mako away for the plant.
Look how disconnected Crow is here. He can find a fantastic angle.
I'm waiting to see it happen.
He's spotted the
Buzz. He still finds Mako, and he's found Buzz! Crow comes around and finds 12 for ZETA. We are now 1 round away from arguably the biggest upset run we have ever seen.
Oh my word. I mean, Stax, I said he had to go huge. He finds 2, but there's nothing else for him to do in that scenario. And Crow, so sharp. And he's so deep, so disconnected from this hit. The DRX just aren't anticipating it. A Stinger, a Spectre, an Operator, a Judge, and a Vandal. DRX have to make a stand here.
This is it. These are the moments that define us. Zest gets overpowered. TENNN is unleashing. He wants more. He's not going to get it. Stax is desperate. He's holding this together with every bit of strength he has. Takes the flash falls away. Calls for support. Rotations are in on Heaven. 2 there. Mako trying to fill as well. Going to tug away for a second. And they move forward. 3. And it's RB. Sees nothing on the first glimpse, but what does he know? How much can he work out? Spots just a shoulder. But there's a player waiting on the other side. Sugar Zero dealt with. And it's 3, Laz, Crow, Depp. Still holding presence towards that ramp side, but no one giving them any opportunities now. DRX are putting up the walls.
No progress elsewhere either. Laz, pretty deep on ramp. Will be noted now with the flash.
It's huge. But he's carried forward. This is all a fake. This is all a fake.
Yeah.
Look at the spike. Look at Crow and look at Depp. They are behind them. It's going to be all on Buzz. Laz just has to try and, you know, be a little bit of a noob.
Mako spotted it!
He's seen it! But what can you do with the Judge? A second layer! Crow's caught him! now Buzz is sweating bullets. Laz is going to be the problem in the back lines, the look. And now Buzz, he's got a Spectre. That's all he's got. And they are sat in the middle of no man's
20
land.
seconds.
They're coming back towards A. Swings and roundabouts. You thought it was Buzz. No, it's going to be RB. The pressure, the pendulum swings. And what can he do with this? He's got everything he can. He's got the operator. And all he's got is death. It's Laz on the other side as Buzz is all that remains. And it's over. It's done. It's